Content warning. The subject of the following episode of Killer Score contains references to every disgusting taboo imaginable and was essentially designed to annoy, offend, or both. Viewer discretion is advised, and I am seriously rethinking my editor duties. Jesus Christ. Happy 500 subscribers, everybody!
Back again. So, we're here for a milestone episode. Not one of our usual rotation episodes. We are here for our 500 subscriber special.
Woohoo!
An episode where I totally joked about, and we got here, so we are legally obligated to do it.
Yeah, we don't want you guys suing us over this.
Yeah, unfortunately. So,
please, sue us. Sue us.
Sue him.
Anything that'll save us from this one, please.
Sue him specifically because he's the one who asked for it. I did not ask for this, and I hold myself unaccountable because I am going to deliver this episode to you even if Richie carrots out.
You see, you and I have a differing perspective on what the worst punishment is here, to put it diplomatically.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, speaking of punishments, tell us what we're in for, D.
2001. Don't worry. It's not September 2001.
Oh my god. We're off to a great fucking start.
Hey, I had to make the joke.
Fair.
Fine.
So, in a pre-9/11 world, America was a very different place. And one of our weird little fascinations of the late 90s and early 2000s was teenage culture and juvenile crude humor. The likes of shows like Daria, Beavis and Butthead, they were very big. It was the second MTV generation, and this one was ruder and cruder. Skateboarding culture was really big, comedy was getting big, and reality TV was starting to get big. Stuff like The Real World was very popular. And as part of this, there was a comedian that combined a lot of the popular zeitgeist of the time, particularly skateboarding culture, comedy, prank culture, and of course, crude humor. I am of course talking about Canadian comedian Tom Green. So for those of you who are unaware, and for our Zoomers in the audience, Tom Green was kind of the Eric Andre of his time. Eric Andre if he was Canadian and white. Basically, Tom Green had a very popular comedy show on MTV called The Tom Green Show, where Tom Green would go around and just do dumb bits on the street, ask people questions on the street, fuck with his family. There's a great one where his family asks him to look after the house while they're away. And he's like, I am going to make my parents proud of me, and I'm going to repaint the house. And he does, and he gives the house a plaid pattern.
Okay, then.
Probably the most famous bit, however, of the Tom Green Show was...
The car hood?
I was going to say that in the Bum Bum song.
Yes, which actually charted. But, yes, he had a charting comedy song called the Bum Bum Song. He's lived on immortally in music. Some of that you will know him for being referenced in Eminem's The Real Slim Shady.
Please stand up.
Yep. He gets name dropped in that. And he was a big deal. He would do all sorts of insane stuff. My personal favorite bit of his, aside from the Plaid House, there was a time when he stole the hood of his dad's car.
Which was the bit you were just talking about.
And replaced it with an identical car hood that had art of two lesbians having sex on it.
Oh.
And then when his dad came out in the morning, he's like, yeah, I did that for you, Dad. And he's like, I have to go to work, Tom.
If anything, I'd have been proud of myself for that.
He's like, He's like, I gotta take the bus now. And then Tom grabs the car and he's driving up at the bus stop. And he's like, Dad, why don't you like your car? I'll drive you to work, Dad. And they're like, it's disgusting. What's disgusting? They're in love. It's beautiful.
Fair point.
But he was a provocateur. He was very of his time, and Americans saw how popular he was, and he got not just a TV career. He started to have a film career. In particular, there was a not very good but very successful comedy that came out before this movie called Road Trip. And he was one of the actors in it.
Yeah, he was like one of the main actors, right?
The film did very well, and his work on that film got attention from executives. So, after he was considered a highlight and audiences liked him, and even some critics praised his performance, they went, okay, hey, why don't you go and work on your own movie? And they gave Tom Green a bunch of money to make his own movie. And he even brought in people who worked on Road Trip to work on his movie.
I think Rip Torn was one of them?
He might have been. I wasn't too familiar with the cast of Road Trip. However, Mike Simpson, who did the music for Road Trip, formerly of the band Dust Brothers, came in as the composer for the film. And this wasn't his first composing job. He also did the music for Road Trip. But guys would actually probably know him for not just his if you know the band Dust Brothers, he was in that.
Yeah.
But he's most well known nowadays before being a composer and a record producer. Famously, he actually composed for other comedy films like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie and and Zoolander.
Both great scores.
Yeah. And he even produced a few critical darling albums. He produced Paul's Boutique for the Beastie Boys.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Odelay by Beck.
Okay.
Hey, okay. Richie Tangent.
Richie Tangent on Beck.
Peak Beck.
Yeah.
That and I want to say Güero are the best Beck albums. Oh my god.
And
Can you name many other albums like Odelay that go from genre to genre every track like he does? Holy shit.
So this movie is interesting too because he also brought back the cinematographer from Road Trip, who is a guy known as Mark Irwin. And if that name sounds familiar, Mark Irwin is a very famous cinematographer. You'd probably know him best for his cinematography on Videodrome.
A potential episode from yours truly.
Yep.
I'm not done. Scanners.
The guy's head
The
exploded.
Fly.
Oh my god.
So wait, basically all David Cronenberg movies?
Yes.
New Nightmare.
Have all of us seen that one?
I have, yes. And Scream.
Damn, okay.
But this wasn't his first comedy, as I stated. He also did comedies like Dumb and Dumber, and There's Something About Mary. And circling back to Mike Simpson, he's actually still really good friends with Tom Green, despite the infamy of this movie. And he actually did the music for most of his work that he did after Freddy got fingered.
Nice.
This is a movie that will live on in infamy.
Yes. So let's get into that. So
yeah, let's go.
2001 rolls around, and in the middle of the year, around May, this movie gets released. Now, May is a slow season for movies.
Yeah.
It's right before the big summer movie season. And one thing I mentioned earlier is Tom Green's primary fan base was teenagers.
Yeah.
This is an R-rated movie. And Tom has kind of made it a little clear over the years. He wasn't really in this movie to make a big Hollywood movie. And everyone expected him to make a big Hollywood comedy movie. And they had a formula at the time.
Yeah, like American Pie and all that.
American Pie, Van Wilder, Road Trip, Dumb and Dumber, Zoolander, like all dumb. Comedy was not highbrow.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
And as much as
it was the era of Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler.
And as much as I have to say about this movie, none of it in its favor really. I will say that it is way above some of the movies that I assume it was taking a shot at, namely the really terrible buddy comedies a la Biodome, which is shit.
So,
I'm thinking of that line from Albuquerque.
No, yeah. Sorry.
Biodome and Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin, a.k.a. the one where two jackasses cheat on their girlfriends and generally disrupt scientific progress, and we're supposed to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So Tom shot this movie in and around Michigan in 2000. And for many people, after this released and it became a huge box office bomb, it barely made its budget back. Many people consider it to be one of the worst films ever made, or an absurdist surreal farce of adult sex comedies that's actually secret artistic Dadaist genius. And there are even some people who will look straight at you and tell you, don't watch this movie unless you watch it recut in black and white, because then you can see the artistic intent this movie was going for.
In fact,
okay then.
Somebody who actually posed this possibility was one of the movie's harshest critics, Roger Ebert.
Oh, yes.
He had said, I'm trying to pull up the direct quote, even though Purdue is trying to take over my phone for some reason.
Use a different browser.
So
yeah, he was like, this movie does not belong at the bottom of the barrel. This movie does not belong anywhere in the vicinity of barrels.
Yeah, but this was a strange project. Tom Green wrote, starred in it, did his own stunts, much to the dismay of the crew,
who were terrified at losing the literal star and director of the movie.
Yeah, like he did all of his own skateboarding in the movie, and they were like, it was infamous. Like, the script got chopped around. According to legend, both Gene Wilder and Jerry Stiller turned down the movie for the role of Tom Green's dad in the film.
Wouldn't that have been wild if they... Oh, God damn it.
God, imagine if Gene Wilder was actually...
I just said, wouldn't it be wild if Wilder...
Oh, my God.
Rip Torn is fucking amazing in this movie, but imagine if it had been Gene Wilder.
If anything,
Gene Wilder doing his freakouts would have been so amazing to watch.
Yeah.
That said, as good as that is, I can't imagine it without Rip Torn, because he's kind of the highlight of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, he is the one thing I would call consistently funny about this movie.
Yeah. And I honestly do believe that Tom Green was mocking the film industry at the time, and I believe you will believe it yourself after you watch this film.
There are glimpses of it.
I honestly think in many ways this film is Dadaist genius, and if you're like actively enjoying it in an unironic way, you're defeating the point of the movie. And if you're hating the movie, you're helping the movie because he wants you to hate this movie.
Yeah.
And it's one of those... This, of all... More than anything else, was why I, in particular, was hesitant.
Yeah.
Because this movie is kind of immune to anyone's typical critical standards. Because if you like it...
There's something wrong with you.
Please seek a therapist immediately.
Yeah.
But if you don't like it, then has it really failed, since it was meant to shock and provoke, a la Un Chien Andalou.
Yeah, or any of the works of Gaspar Noé, you know?
Hell, even Roger Ebert in his review, as I alluded to before, wrote, "The day may come when Freddy Got Fingered is seen as a milestone of neo-surrealism. The day may never come when it is seen as funny."
Yeah, and it's funny, even in later years, Ebert reflected on he'd seen a lot of bad movies, but he never forgot Freddy Got Fingered.
And
Yeah.
he even went on to praise Tom Green's ambition.
Yeah.
Like, he even said, hey, I may not have liked this movie, but Tom Green is not talentless.
Yeah, he's not stupid.
He's not stupid. And he even went on to praise his acting in other movies.
Yeah.
So
even though it bombed, and it killed his career, which is a huge shame, Tom didn't care. He was not the kind of guy who would care.
I mean, the guy was always a water off a duck's back kind of guy.
Some theorized he did it on purpose because he didn't want to be a big Hollywood star. He actually, when the film won, now I hate the Razzies. I think it is a joke of an organization.
Yeah.
Ironically.
They gave fucking, for those of you who need proof they're a joke of an organization, one of the earliest Razzies was rewarded to Shelley Duvall in The Shining.
Ow!
Yeah.
You know, one of the best performances in a horror film of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we cannot discuss how great she is. Well, she was great. She was amazing. But we also can't leave out the fact that she was also dealing with so much hell from Stanley Kubrick's direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was just misogynist and cruel, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look at this woman having a breakdown on camera.
Yeah, so for those of you unaware, the Razzies are an organization.
Golden Raspberries.
Created by film critics. The Golden Raspberries, the act of going when something stinks, blowing a raspberry. It was created to be the opposite of the Oscars, essentially.
Yeah.
They made it some mock failures of the film industry, and they would actually give out golden raspberries. Very few people ever show up to accept a Razzie.
Two in particular. First one is relevant to you, and I'll tell you my favorite in a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Cause I'm getting something. So, Tom Green was super happy when he won Razzies for this movie. This movie won 5 Razzies. He showed up, told them he wanted this to happen, and was aiming to make them go after him. He brought his own red carpet out, rolled it up to the stage, accepted the Razzies, had an incredibly long speech to annoy them, and then he proceeded to pull out a harmonica and play it badly for so long that people came and dragged him off.
I love that.
So he basically also went to do this to go to the Razzies because he thought they were a stupid organization as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I changed my mind. That's the best Razzie moment. Although you got to admit, Halle Berry accepting her award for Catwoman was hilarious.
That was funny.
For those unaware, she basically did a mock-up version of the acceptance speech for her Oscar for Monsters Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And she pretended to be crying and hysterical and breathless like she was when she got the Oscar.
Yeah. So there's some interesting production stuff I want to talk about with this movie too.
Okay.
So it was trouble during production, particularly
Shocker.
most difficultly in post-production.
Oh.
With the Motion Picture Association of America. They wanted to slap this movie with an NC-17. And Tom was desensitized by that, and he was like, NC-17, that's porn with murder.
Or half the shit you see on Stars.
Yeah. And he made some little tweaks and cuts where it finally got hit with an R rating. And even though this film bombed on release, it became successful later down the line because, like a lot of comedy films that didn't do gangbusters at the time, when it hit home video, it found an audience and sold tons. According to Tom Green, the last time he checked, this movie made over $100 million on home video sales. And that was just the last time he checked, and that was years ago.
Holy shit.
Um,
Probably even more since then.
Yeah.
Well, $100 million and $10.
Yeah, and it's really funny because despite this film's success, it's never gotten off of VHS and DVD. He's begged for years for an unrated director's cut to be released of this movie, and for them to finally put it out on Blu-ray, and nobody's listened, sadly. But the final production note I wanted to give for this movie that I found absolutely fascinating is this movie has a very strong legacy for the field of animation.
Huh.
Unsurprising given the segments.
Yes. So there's animated segments in this movie that were done by that were essentially done by a friend of Tom's, who I forgot to unfortunately write the name down. But he was the founder of Titmouse.
That Titmouse?
Yes. For those of you unaware, Titmouse is a huge animation company. And they did the Zebras in America segments on this movie, but they would later go on to work on a lot of big name shows.
They're a great studio.
Particularly, they did basically all of the animation for Adult Swim's Metalocalypse.
Hilarious if you haven't seen it.
The iconic opening intro segments for Avatar The Last Airbender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, funny enough, tying it all back in, said animator met Tom Green and was introduced to him through the fact that he worked at MTV on some of their animated shows.
Aeon Flux?
He was an animator on both Beavis and Butthead and Daria. And Titmouse would go on to later be the main animator for the recent revival of Beavis and Butthead.
Nice.
So it all comes kind of around full circle. So this movie I didn't just choose as a gaffe either. This is my big shocking revelation moment for the viewers at home and for my co-hosts.
Oh no.
What?
Freddy Got Fingered by Tom Green. Right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I told you guys, Tom Green was very popular with teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie came out when I was like 7 years old. I was 7 years old when this film came out.
Okay.
I had teenaged aunts who were huge Tom Green fans. And to annoy both my father, my mother, and my grandparents, they would incessantly quote this movie. This was one of the first movies I remember people heavily quoting around me. Before I had seen R-rated comedies, I knew Daddy, Would You Like Some Sausage? I knew The Backwards Man. I knew I'm diving for treasure.
Ding dong.
I knew all of this movie's stupid bits and quotes as a small child. I would sometimes sing Daddy, Would You Like Some Sausage, even though I was too young to watch this movie.
So they were just...
I have a history with this film. A personal family history.
So, I have a story. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to name any names. But my introduction to this movie was waking up the morning after a party in college, checking my phone, seeing like 20-some messages in the group chat from the night before, and a video of Daddy, Would You Like Some Sausage?
Oh, you would tell the story in the Spawn episode.
Yeah.
Because for some reason DB Sweeney looked just like Tom Green.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck happened last night?
So I have a legacy of this film, and to wrap it all around and honor a weird part of my childhood, I figured it was time to cover Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah. I have seen some of the movie in high school.
I've only seen Daddy Really Likes Some Sausage.
There was
and a couple other clips.
Because I value my sanity. I'd like to think it's because I value my sanity that I hadn't seen it all the way through. There were certain scenes where I looked at my friends in high school and I'm like, I just remembered I gotta study. Bye, everybody. And
I have a math test tomorrow.
it's like, well, then I would have had a really good excuse because I couldn't stand math and I needed the extra help. But I digress.
I'm taking calculus.
I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot.
Huh?
Yeah, you have
Oh,
that
duh.
energy. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot.
So, I'm not discounting the possibility of me enjoying this movie's wackadoo energy. But I also remember the scenes that I walked out on pretty vividly, and, well, at least I have friends to get me through it.
Yeah, we'll probably be riffing on half of this movie. We're going, what the fuck are we watching?
So, crap movie, work of neo-surrealist Dadaist genius. Let's find out when we dive into Freddy Got Fingered.
Daddy Really Likes Some Sausage?
And we're back. We have just gotten back from our screening of Freddy Got Fingered, the 2001 film from Tom Green, which many people consider to be one of the worst comedies, worst films ever made. I don't get it. I honestly do not get it. Upon re-review of it, I honestly just had a good time. Maybe it's because like comedy culture has changed so much since this movie came out.
I feel like since the way that comedy culture has changed so much, it's either gotta be like really dumb and crass or it's gotta be like high art. And I feel like going back to like the 90s dumb and crass comedy can be beneficial sometimes. I mean, look at movies like The Hangover. But I was also gonna mention that I feel like this movie in certain ways does it. This can sound insane. In a couple minor ways, some of the comedy in this is better than American Pie.
Several ways, actually.
Because American Pie is pretty yikes. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, this movie is really fucking yikes, but in a completely different way.
Yeah.
So the way that this movie is yikes is just a lot of it's gross out comedy.
Yes.
The way that American Pie is yikes is sex pest stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that you would be put in jail for today. Or we hope you would.
Like secretly filming an underage foreign exchange student.
Yeah, in the shower and stuff like that. Or was
Wow,
that
I'm
American
glad I
Pie
never
2?
watched that movie.
Or statutory sex with someone's mother.
Yeah, American Pie.
Wow, I dodged a bullet, didn't I, with those movies?
Yeah.
Remember, critics like the movie with the pie fucking better than this.
Yeah.
Alright. So, revisiting this. This movie is definitely better than American Pie. Was I exhausted by it at some points? Maybe. Do I see why it is now considered in some circles to be a sort of postmodernist anti-humor film? Absolutely.
Yes.
Some jokes worked for me, absolutely. Others did not. But Oh, it,
I feel like the main jokes that didn't work for me were anyone involving animals, because
yeah.
it's just gross or basically bestiality.
Yeah, the farmer scenes, let's
And
call
the
them.
elephant.
It's those those were the
My
scenes.
nose itches.
Huh?
I said I apologize. My nose is very itchy.
Hey, that was set up and payoff.
Because of the horse and then
Because the horse and then the elephant, yeah.
Or in this case, set up and payload.
Oh my god.
So, is that 2 episodes in a row I managed to make Richie walk off?
I think so. Oh wow, that's what my voice sounds like.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're both jackasses.
I'm taking over as producer. Again.
Just give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
So, this is just going to be a 2-person couples podcast from now on.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So, let's talk about,
So anyway, how's your sex life?
All right, I'm okay. It's
You have your headphones back.
some of the shit that exits your pie hole is just.
Hey, at least
You're welcome.
At least I'm not fucking the pile.
American Pie.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
I'm good.
Also, I do want to say the character of Betty, I do really like. As
Actually,
a character.
yeah.
She's really well written.
Because she's a very well written character. Because you have a character who has a disability, and they're not treated as either like less than or treated as inspiration porn, which is something I really love.
In fact.
Oh, whoops.
Oh yeah.
In fact, the movie seems to be mocking the idea of inspirationally disabled
characters. Like, you have this. I mean, in a way, she still kind of fits in the role, but it's in a natural way. She has her own aspirations separate from everything Gordy's doing.
Yeah.
And instead of being this obnoxiously twee caricature,
She's just really fucking horny.
yeah.
She's a sadomasochistic, horny woman who loves to be beaten and caged and suck dick.
And
Yeah.
just so happens to be in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
She's well-rounded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wouldn't expect that, and that's the way she's written and the way some of the smarter jokes are constructed does point to Tom Green having greater aspirations than just being another stupid dude bro comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I see this movie as, like, pointing a camera at comedy culture
Mm-hmm.
and literally doing basically everything those movies would do,
Yeah.
just one step extra, and then just going, what's the problem? This is a Hollywood film. This is what Hollywood comedy is right now. This is what
Yeah.
you guys do. Why are you guys
Like-
mad at me?
Mm-hmm.
I brought up Biodome pretty deliberately because it is 100% this movie without the self-awareness Biodome, because that movie is just garbage.
Yeah, this is just any Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey movie of the era.
Turned up to 11.
Yeah.
With all the filters taken off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's showing you how fucking obnoxious and horrible these characters would actually be.
In the real world.
Yeah.
Like, make no mistake, Gord kind of wrecks his family.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He does.
He destroys everything.
He
destroys
tears his family apart.
He does. Because Freddy actually did not get fingered.
Yeah, that's a subplot at most.
Yeah, it's a subplot for like the second half of the movie
Yeah.
that actually does go places.
Yeah.
What I like about this movie is everything is paid off in some way.
Yeah, there's like no loose ends.
And like, even stuff where you're like, wait, that was a setup for something?
Mm-hmm. Like when Gord tells his mom So you should go out and sleep with people, and then you see her
You
sleeping
should
with
sleep
Shaq.
with basketball
Ball
players, and she's sleeping with Shaq.
Shaq.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Or, you know, when like Gord's dad like beats the shit out of him. Like literally beats the shit out of him. Like Gord's father sucks. He is an abusive piece of shit.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
there's an interesting dynamic there in that he has a point about Gord in some ways.
Yeah.
But in other ways, he's an asshole. He's
The worst.
he is the worst. And even I don't think his wife was necessarily wrong to be rid of him and just be done with him.
Also, if this were a different movie, Gord would have thrown hands with his dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
If this was a movie meant to be taken seriously,
Oh yeah.
he would have beaten the shit out of his dad.
Yeah. But like what I'm leaning to is when I say everything's is paid off. When his dad's shit talking him, he's like, if this was another country when you were 4 years old, if this was Pakistan, you would be sewing soccer balls.
And then
they go to Pakistan.
He kidnaps him and takes him to Pakistan.
we can sew soccer balls together.
Yeah.
So
Everything.
everything is
Every
paid off,
joke has a payoff, which I
including
kind of appreciate.
yeah, like there's a running gag I have mixed feelings on.
Yeah.
On one hand, Andy, I think the kid's name is, getting
Yeah.
progressively more and more injured is like, on one hand, it's like, oh, poor kid. But on the other hand, it has the best finale punchline ever.
Yeah, and here's the thing about that. How is that different from any other comedy? That's what he's doing. That's what Tom Green's doing. He's like, oh yeah, you guys think it's really funny in all these other movies when there's one character that gets horrifically injured all the time.
But now that it's a kid...
But now it's a kid. Not as funny, is it?
Yeah, but the way that they got around, I remember you saying the way that they got around an NC-17 rating was having the kid going, "I'm okay," after being thrown into a wind turbine.
Yeah.
yeah, it was one of those prop plane propellers.
Yeah, I've been thrown into an airplane propeller and a
He
wind
get-
turbine. Those are different things.
Sprays the audience with blood. There's no way that child's alive, but because they ADR'd in the obvious, I'm okay.
It makes it funnier.
Yeah.
He got Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine if in Raiders of the Lost Ark, when the guy's face melts, you just hear, "I'm okay."
It's like El Dorado.
Yeah.
It's like Road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm still okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I think the art snobs are right. This is not any different from Le Chandelier. Because when that movie came out, it had the exact same reaction from audiences.
Yeah,
people
hated that
wondered
too.
what Dolly was doing.
Yeah.
And they were like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and the thing is, I remember I watched Un Chien Andalou when I was in high school, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because I was a pretentious film geek.
Huh.
And I still am.
Aren't we all in
Yeah.
some way?
Yes, that's what this whole podcast is.
Yeah.
Is us being pretentious film geeks. But I remember watching it going, oh, this is really interesting. And like taking it apart like scene by scene. And
Everyone else was fixated on the eyeball, weren't
everyone
they?
was fixated on the razor blade in the eyeball, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the straight razor in the eyeball.
This is the same thing.
Yeah, which honestly, if you read on about how they did that, they literally just took like the eye of a dead calf.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a calf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just did that scene with like a dead animal.
Yeah.
Which, you know.
Which honestly, for the time period it was,
Could have been worse.
I would say that's brilliant filmmaking.
Yeah.
Bye.
Especially with the limited technology. Hi, Beowulf.
Yeah, because this is what, like the 20s when they did that? Maybe early
Yeah.
30s?
Oh, yeah, 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, he's purring into the mic.
He is purring into the mic.
You see, this movie is art.
It is. And it's... I wasn't sure how I was going to feel watching this movie, but honestly, I'm a little impressed.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because I was expecting, I was kind of expecting to hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting a lot of really dumb, crass, and, gross jokes. And yes, there are some in this movie, but the other scenes make up for it.
Yeah.
There's like an undercurrent of wit that balances things out.
Yeah.
This film's kind of fucking genius.
It is. Also,
Could we have done without the elephant scene, though?
setup and payoff. I'm not defending the elephant or anything in this movie involving live animals. However,
Escalation.
Escalation and setup and payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do one thing, you gotta finish the movie doing it better. Literally.
Bringing it back to another episode, one could say it goes up to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I was actually kind of impressed with the scene where he sees a deer in the middle of a dead deer in the middle of the road,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh my god, you actually know how to properly gut a deer.
What I love too about this film,
Even though it was a prop,
is like I like this movie because this movie is so detestable. Because it's meant to be detestable. It's meant to hold a camera up to like Hollywood at the time and the film audiences of the time and just be like, this is the shit you like.
mm-hmm.
Why is it wrong when I do it?
Come to think of it, isn't that kind of the thesis statement of Tom Green's whole existence?
Yeah. But like he's literally just like, yeah, this is comedy. This is textbook comedy, you know? I've even got the touching sentimental moment.
Yeah, several of them.
Yeah.
Which, one thing that I think elevates it from the disaster people make it out to be is the acting.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's good. Tom Green's delivery is unparalleled.
Oh yeah.
Like, the dude...
He deserved a better comedy career. It sucks that nobody understood, that a lot of people at the time did not understand what he was doing, because his delivery is perfect, you know?
Yeah, it is. Just, he hams it up like he's in a old school Star Trek episode.
He's a sick man. He's a molester. He's a child molester.
My hooves!
I'm just trying to keep the kitten occupied.
Yeah.
My
He is
cheese
obviously
helmet!
not a tiny little kitten anymore. This cat has grown so fucking big.
I'm a sexy boy. I'm a sexy boy.
Ding dong!
Oh,
Ding
fuck.
dong!
I
Ding dong!
I think my favorite thing about that scene is how nonplussed everyone working there is.
Everyone's just trying to
Do
stick
their
to
job.
to the assembly line. They're just like, ignore him.
Yep.
It's kind of funny, because I was just thinking about this, and I was thinking about some people we know, about how it's like, how Drew Barrymore was married. I don't know if she still is.
No.
No.
I don't, honestly, I had no idea. I don't pay attention to celebrity couples or any shit like that, but I was like,
They
it kind of shows.
they were long divorced.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I think not long after this movie they divorced.
I believe they did.
How much do you want to bet? I'm not saying this movie's the reason they split up, but would you be surprised if it came up?
It's like,
Like
you
in their
made Freddy got fingered.
Oh
Your
no,
Honor?
they got married while this movie was in production. After this came out, they got married for a year.
Are you serious?
Oh my god.
They were married for 1 year.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
2001, 2002.
That's funny. That's some... Talk about comedic timing.
So I was gonna say is like you see a lot of women date comedians because funny is attractive. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But
One
it depends on the type of humor you're into.
One way to a woman's heart is through her funny bone.
Yeah.
I would rephrase that, but okay. It sounds kind of weird.
Oh, but D let me have that one.
Yeah.
D wasn't like, I don't know.
This is me though. I'm just laying here petting a cat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Honestly, I don't think we can even do spoilers with this episode.
Because what is there to spoil?
Who's
What
gonna
is-
watch this?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's
Who's
what?
going to watch this? We already mentioned the elephant in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I didn't think it would happen, D.
Mhm.
But I think that this movie's wackadoo energy kind of grew on me.
Yeah.
I
was
think
gonna say.
I think its wit kind
What
of.
I was trying to get at too was this came out in 2001. This came out before everyone was sharing videos on the internet. This kind of predates what internet humor
would
was.
Yeah. Plus, it was around the same time Adult Swim was really starting to kick off.
Yeah, like this movie has just insane, like, fucking shitpost energy,
It really does have.
It
shitpost
is very
energy.
much proto Eric Andre.
It's got like almost 4chan humor energy.
Yeah, and there are a lot of jokes that just fucking kill me in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
You got, and again, performances. Rip Torn being this almost caricaturish conservative dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actress's name who plays Betty, who's eluding me at the moment, does great.
I fucking love Betty. She is so much fun. Cause she's like, I work in a hospital. I'm an amateur rocket scientist. I also I'm
The sadomasochistic.
also sadomasochist and really into giving blowjobs.
Yeah, there's stuff that just kills me. Like, Gord is trying to pitch his cartoon to, this, cartoon studio.
Played by
David Davidson.
Anthony Michael Hall.
And he finds out the restaurant this guy's going to. So, he already knows where the guy's going to, but for some reason he shows up dressed as an English Bobby.
Yeah, with the helmet and the...
To find the guy, and then pitch his cartoons to him, and when the guy's like, hey man, your cartoons make no sense, they have to have, a structure to them. He immediately is like, I want to die! And pulls out his prop gun and sticks it in his mouth and starts yelling.
I'm a failure!
Yeah.
But he actually does end up taking the advice to heart. Be like, hey, rewrite this. You're gonna and give it some more structure and plot, and you'll do good.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah.
Here, come on.
See, why can't you do this more often?
This film is basically just we're pointing out how stupid Adam Sandler movies are and how all dumb comedy is at this point. And you fuckers should be eating this up. This is just Billy Madison.
Or The Water Boy. Or hell, you want to take it to that Rodney Dangerfield movie, Back to School. Similar structure.
It's not any different from any one of those movies.
Again, it's just with all the...
It's just cranked up to 11.
All the filters are gone.
Yeah.
All the glossy stuff. It's almost kind of punk rock
Which
this movie
very
is.
fitting given the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, Green
Soundtrack.
Day's on the soundtrack.
It's like tipping its hat to you. There's Sex Pistols. There's Green Day. There's the Ramones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally tilting your hat to you and telling you what the trick is. And people got mad that they were being told what the trick is.
Yeah.
Because
What?
it's like, look, we have all the funny stuff. We got the gross out comedy. We got the sex jokes. We got the copious bodily harm. Why don't you like it?
Mm-hmm.
We've even got the touching inspirational moments that make no sense given the type of film we're making.
D,
Yeah.
I think I've had a revelation.
What?
Freddy Got Fingered
Mm-hmm.
was never the problem. We never hated this movie. We just hated what we saw in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't chew on don't chew on the pants.
Because there's nothing that Hollywood hates more than someone who critiques their own industry.
Yeah.
Case in point, Under the Silver Lake.
Yeah. Like, this movie is literally just, this is how fucking stupid you are. This is how stupid all of this is. I'm showing you how stupid this is. The movie itself basically takes moments to mock itself and how dumb the movie is.
Case in point, the funniest moment for me in the whole movie is during the welcome home montage. Yeah, where Gord and his dad come home.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of signs saying, welcome home, zebras in America. When the fuck is this movie gonna end? Yeah.
There's the great bit where, like, Gord points out how absurd it is that he has all of this money now.
Yeah, $1 million.
Just $1 million. Just give it to me like that. It's gone. Easy come, easy go. I'll get more money. It's like him mocking the film itself,
the industry,
and the producers for being like, "You gave me a bunch of money. That's insane. That is crazy."
It's funny.
Why did you give me this money?
Mm-hmm.
What's funny to me is there's a kind of similar story that went on with. Are you aware of a movie called Basketball?
Yes.
I don't think it's as terrible as people make it out to be. Mm-hmm. There are funny moments.
Yeah.
But back then, Trey Parker and Matt Stone only did it because they didn't think South Park would be what it was. Mm-hmm. And that this is what you just did if you were a comedian in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If anything, that system is right in Freddy Got Fingered's crosshairs. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Trey Parker and Matt Stone, can we cover Cannibal the Musical sometime?
Absolutely.
I've never seen it, so there we go.
But, yeah, no.
My nose is very cheap today.
I just like this movie. I think it's good. The cinematography is great.
Actually, a lot of good tracking shots are in this. Like, a lot of good one-shots, like Gord going through the hospital.
Yeah. That skateboarding sequence at the beginning is really well shot and filmed.
And, of course, Tom Green, being trained for this sort of stuff and being a good skateboarder.
Yeah.
He pulls it off. He looks cool.
Yeah, Mike Simpson did an amazing job with the score. Mm-hmm. He had perfect, like, licensed music he chose and stuff. I adore the bit where, the stock inspirational, like, music he made for this movie is so funny because it's perfect.
Especially...
And it's so maudlin and cheesy. And it's always the same one. That's what makes it. He uses...
Oh, it's the same piece for every...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's the same for the baby getting delivered. It's the same for the jewel scene. It's the same for the Gord and Dad having the heart-to-heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could almost see, like, Tom Green is doing a metatextual film here.
Hell, the cinematography in those scenes are good, too, because of how close the zooms are.
Yeah.
It's almost exaggerating the typical dramatic camera work.
Tom Green is an artist because this movie is basically just going, I am a stupid fucking loser.
Yeah.
And somehow we live in a society that elevated me to a status of getting millions of dollars to do dumb bullshit.
I mean, look at stuff like Jackass that came later.
Yeah.
Like...
How's this different?
Wait.
Like, literally, look at Jackass, because it's not any different. The only difference is, like, script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Green is literally like, look, I lived with my mom and dad in Canada, and I just did stupid shit, and somehow that made me a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You can almost see this as Tom Green telling his life story in film.
It's like a self-satire kind of
thing.
It is.
Yeah, he's making fun of himself with this. Like I said, tying it back to the earlier episode, he would fuck with his dad just like Gord in this movie did.
Yeah.
Except his dad didn't physically abuse him. His dad was just exhausted
of dealing with it.
Yeah.
As most people would be when they re-outfit their cars to have erotica on it.
And here's the thing. Tom never went to the extent. He always had, like, the little reveal where his dad's like, oh, fucking course. Like, when he's like, I can't believe you did this to my car. You know what you're going to have to do? It's like, well, I got the other hood. Because all he did was he had an identical car hood put on his dad's car that had the erotic on it. The original car hood that was completely untouched was still there. He just swapped the hoods out.
So he just Russian dolled it?
No. He just took the hood off, put on a hood that had the erotic
Oh,
art
they
hood.
just switched it
Yeah.
then.
Yep.
Or with the fucking paint bit I mentioned. That was just wallpaper they put on the outside of the house.
Tom Green is kind of a mad genius.
He is. And, like, he was at the forefront of, like, a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't even mention this because I wanted to save this for later. Tom Green is actually, we owe a bit to him. Because Tom Green made one of the first successful internet podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, he's been in internet podcasting since the early 2000s.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you had mentioned this way back in our Spawn episode.
Yeah.
When, yeah, you know what I mean?
He was at the forefront of it.
Mm-hmm. Did not know that.
Yeah, like this movie is art because it is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
By that same token, it's probably not going to be for everyone.
No.
No.
But if you're in the right headspace...
What I'm saying is there's a difference between this movie and Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. And this is the point I think, what I wanted to do with this episode, what I wanted to show people is, because there's something I despise with culture that we're going to get up on the little bandstand again.
On a soapbox?
Yes, we're going to get on a little soapbox. And my soapbox here is art isn't meant to just entertain or comfort you.
Or just sit there and be pretty.
Or just sit there and be pretty. Art is sometimes subversive. It's sometimes uncomfortable. Like, people...
It's provocative.
Yes. People shit on the stuff Yoko Ono does that's aggressive and uncomfortable. That's art. I don't care what you think. It's art. If someone, like, puts themselves in a box naked and cuts themselves and spreads the blood on themselves and starts screaming, guess what? That's still art. That's still a form of expression. That's still a form of showing the inner self.
Also, if I can expand on the Yoko Ono thing.
Yeah.
Let's face it. About 65% of the backlash was...
Misogyny and racism.
And racism.
Yeah, misogyny, racism, angry Beatles fans.
Yeah.
Mostly racism because, you know, Japanese lady, post-World War II.
Yeah.
Everyone was going to be an asshole after that.
Yeah, I mean, Twilight Zone came out in the 60s, and that George Takei episode was still a huge bit of controversy.
Yeah. Because America is full of dicks.
Because believe it or not, an episode that didn't paint the camps that Americans did as Peachy Keen was a bit controversial.
This country is fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. Glad we didn't make internment camps again for other ethnicities. Really glad we're not doing that again. Really glad.
The fuck is this place?
Yeah. Never thought we'd get there from Freddy Got Fingered, but that's the kind of podcast this is.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not gonna go on my own rant about that because we'll be here all fucking day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
final
You're good.
thoughts before we do our little outro, talk about the next time.
Oops.
Yeah.
So,
Go down the line.
you know what? You make a compelling argument, D. This was, this isn't something I'd call conventionally great, but it is a subversive art piece in its own way.
It's Dadaist.
It is Dadaist, yeah.
And I'm glad that I was a part of that. It fried my brain a little bit, but I guess, you know, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
How about you, Aaron?
I was surprisingly impressed. And I say surprisingly very strongly.
I was gonna say, because this kind of comedy is
Not my forte.
This
No.
movie's a gunshot. This movie is a sniper bullet to the head of the film industry of the time.
It really is.
That said, as per the... Well, actually, a couple of things.
Yes, we got a few things.
For a couple of things. First off, since it's a milestone, we would like to thank each and every one of you.
Thank you so much
for coming this far
Thanks
along.
for sticking with us. A lot of YouTube channels don't stick around this long.
We've been doing this since the pandemic.
Yeah, but we got
81 episodes too.
We got gumption. We like doing this, and we appreciate you guys watching. I know it's hard times, but even if you can throw us a little money on Ko-Fi,
or if you want to buy one of those 12 requests,
Patreon, anything.
Or
anything helps.
Or
and you can also help other people.
Segue.
Or our GoFundMe for the Food Bank of South Jersey is
Yeah.
still ongoing. We have recently received our first donation. If you are able to donate, this is going to be going on probably through the month of December.
Yeah.
'Tis the season for giving, after all.
'Tis the season.
Yes.
We did update the description because we mentioned the government shutdown a lot in that, and
It's over.
it's over, but still a
Well,
mess.
we still got people to help here.
We still got a lot of people to help here. So the fundraiser is still going. There will be a link in the description, and if you want to donate, please do. If you can't donate, please share.
Yeah.
Please.
That's all we ask.
Yeah. And, same goes for these videos. Even if you can't donate to our Patreon, even if you can't do Ko-Fi or Throne or whatever, if you like these videos, share them around, show your friends. Just
subscribe.
comment, and
Tell
subscribe.
your
All
friends.
the typical YouTube
All
stuff.
typical YouTube.
Share it to
Shtick.
your friends, your family, your coworkers. I don't know.
Seriously, even just
Your dog.
even if you just put the letter A or E in reference to that surrealist old Markiplier meme. Even
Wow,
if,
that's
That's a throwback.
That is obscure even for you.
yeah. If you just threw that in our comments, you have no idea how much that helps. Even just putting a fucking letter down.
I mean, if putting a letter or an exclamation point or even an
It drives
emoji or
engagement.
something, it drives engagement.
And we would very much appreciate, because and we want to actually hear from you guys.
We do.
We do.
We want to hear your feedback.
Yeah.
One of my favorite comment sections was probably when we had a couple of people talking about their fond memories of, say, Cats Don't Dance.
Yeah.
Or Ghost Dog.
If
Or
you want to drag me for being a pretentious art snob in this episode's comments, please.
Please do.
Yeah.
Although if you try to hit me with that curtains are just blue shit, I will bash your head against a windshield.
What is that supposed to...
No.
It is one of the ultimate anti-art statements made by stupid people.
The curtains were fucking blue.
Anti-intellectual...
Sometimes the curtains are just blue.
That is just anti-intellectualism at its finest.
Yeah.
Oh, Bowie's.
Bowie's ass is on the mic.
Because someone, it's like, oh, sometimes the author just made a blue for a reason. It didn't for no reason. Sometimes the curtains are just blue, man.
That is almost word for word what the Critical Drinker says in his videos, and agreeing with anything that Philistine says is... ugh.
Yep. So, anyway, since failures are... Love you, Bowie. Sorry. Anyway, to segue into this, we're going back to normal track. Thanks again. Awesome stuff. We're going to look at a much more conventional movie.
And since the rotation is still going on, The Rock
I'm
is
still
passed to
technically
you.
on the board.
Again. You alright?
Say something?
No, I was scratching my nose.
Oh.
You said something. But the point is...
I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was.
Okay.
Oh, well. Who
So,
cares?
I don't think there's a director that is more all over the place in terms of success and failure than the next one we are...
And genre.
Yeah, and the next one I'm going to talk about. Because the 80s was an interesting time for film. I don't think it's as interesting as most people make it out to be. If you tell me the 80s is your favorite decade for pretty much anything, I am going to judge you because I'm that kind of an asshole.
What about pop music?
I'm still going to judge you.
Okay.
What about the 90s for film?
I am definitely going to judge you if you say the 90s are the best decade for film.
I say 70s, but that's just me.
Thank you. It was the new Hollywood era of
New
film.
Hollywood. Fucking New Hollywood.
Yeah.
Love it, baby.
So good. Everything was going on. I honestly am a pretentious snob who thinks that the best thing to come out of 90s filmmaking was the V cinema era. But yeah, 70s had all sorts of cool shit. There's a bunch of freaky psychological horror and giallo and new horror, the foundations of like subgenres that would be critical to the time.
Good
Black
arguments.
Christmas, Town That Dreaded Sundown, Halloween, all these great things. But I don't think there is something more interesting than successful people failing. And
Okay.
I don't think there's anything more interesting than a director who is incredibly divisive, has made a lot of people's favorite movies, has made a lot of movies that people have not even fucking seen. I am, of course, talking about Ridley Scott.
Oh.
And in the 80s, it was a very interesting time for cinema because due to producers like Donald Simpson, most films in the 80s that were successful were designated by the elevator pitch. Most successful movies in the 80s you can summarize in a couple sentences.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it. You had to pitch stuff hard, fast, easy. So most of the successful movies in the 80s were conventional. Flashdance. A steelworker wants to become a famous dancer. Dreams big. Trains real hard. Flashdance. A hotshot pilot wants...
Top Gun?
Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun. You know how it goes. Rambo. Oh, yeah, like... renegade former soldier's got to go back and get the boys. He's got to rescue the POWs. Like, all simplistic plots.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, there was an up-and-coming hotshot young actor called Tom Cruise. He was coming off of movies like Risky Business, and he was really starting to make a name for himself. This predates Top Gun. This was before he got really, really big with Top Gun. And there was a genre that really rarely was successful in the 80s.
This decade especially.
And it is something that has struggled in different decades. I am, of course, talking about fantasy. Even in the 90s, live-action fantasy flicks were all over the place in terms of success or failure.
Most of which became cult after the
Yes. It wasn't really until stuff like Pirates of the Caribbean and Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, that it was shown that big budget fantasy flicks could be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about Ridley Scott of Blade Runner, Alien fame, Gladiator, who made a movie that not a lot of people have seen, with amazing music
and effects.
One of the, in my opinion, one of the most iconic Tim Curry performances out there.
Question: which score though?
Well, I'll have to see which version I got. I believe the version I have has the international score, because that's something interesting we're going to talk about next time, is when this movie came out, it had 2 scores.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Based on the market. If you saw this movie in the United States, it had a score by Tangerine Dream.
Oh.
If you saw this movie in the international markets, it had a score by Jerry Goldsmith.
Okay.
Both
I mean,
very good people to have doing your score.
Yeah. I mean, I'm tired, so I'm going to make sure I'm correct on that. I'm pretty sure it was Goldsmith. If I got myself embarrassed, I'm going to be really sad. And I was correct.
Yay!
I was correct. It was Jerry Goldsmith. Jerry Goldsmith, fantastic composer. You guys probably know him for You guys probably know him best for the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
scored 5 of the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
You know, and he did some other crazy ones too, like the Mummy
Excuse me.
remake, Rudy, Total Recall, Gremlins. A lot of great
Yeah.
flicks. One of the best Hollywood composers, in my opinion. We'll get into that more next time. Point I've been dancing around is we're going to be talking about a 1985 flop film that has some phenomenal effects, music, acting, but it just released at the wrong time with some questionable editing, which is why we're going to be watching the version with the better editing.
Nice.
I'm, of course, talking about Legend, which we'll be covering next time. And you'll get to find out how this movie still had some positive effects and got used creatively in future projects. Later.
You rock, guys. Thanks.
See you next time.